Hi guys, it's Alicia. I'm at another super cool place to film a vlog. Look at this backdrop in my natural. Ooh, let's get the sun in the back. That's for the Insta. But then check it. Well, this is Reno. There's a lot of crows here. Um, so I've been walking a ton today. I walk a lot. Like I've kind of had like different workout interests, I guess every place I moved to. Like when I was in Denver, when I first moved, I feel like I came out and basically started living my own life essentially. Like always done it obviously, but like the parts that I like talk about significantly or this past five sequence of years of living as a woman, I guess. I kind of count that as a second book. So I put it with more importance. So basically in Denver, I was like just starting to get into working out. I had like a gym membership and I would do like yoga and bicycling and stuff like Stairmaster. I would do a lot of Stairmaster to first start like building butt muscle. Outside of like what I used to do at the gym, like the actual exercises and shit, I had like I've been working out for like 7 years now. No, no, actually, my friend Lewis in high school first started taking me working out with him when he was like in ROTC and shit. I don't know. What do you call ROTC kids? You just call them ROTC kids, right? It's like a Christian homeschooler. It's like its own subculture, but like it's above the subculture. It's above the current culture. It's not below it. It's like an even more intense axiom of being. Like I dated a Christian homeschooler too. Like that was a chapter of my life before I came out. So like, it is what it is. Um, I'll check it. This is what I'm trying to model and show off. This is a, see, it's like super long. But it's like wool. It's Lane Bryant too. Like this shit's a brand. It's just like I guess people had a hard time rocking it. Perhaps like person saw it online, thought it was cool, and then thought they could make it work. And then it ends up at Goodwill, and I make outfits out of it. I want to like basically the mission for this stage of my fashion is just to like eliminate those puffy jackets. Like if I could socially eliminate them, they will die. Because I think it's like one of the worst fashion examples of all time. It's like the word's like simulacrum. Like it's only because it's popular do people wear it. And like Carhartt, I get. Like Carhartt actually keeps you warm, but those puffy jackets like gives balloon. I just want them to be like out of style. So like this jacket's Pacific West. Like this is actually like Northwest jacket because it actually has a waistline. It has like lining. I don't know. I simp for this jacket. Like find me a better one, I'll wear it, obviously. But like long soft overcoats like this of like natural colors. Like this is what Nevada looks like. You can kind of see. Because it's also like indigenous and like Latin American. You can kind of call it like people call it like a poncho. I called it like a long soft overcoat. Like this is my overcoat. Oh my gosh, my hair. I'll be real, like since people don't tell me big information, like socially, I get all the shit from tarot videos. I watch so many tarot videos. Like I back and forth with it about myself all the time. I'm like, why am I watching these things? Why am I like am I actually getting to a better level of understanding? I don't know. Oh my God, these are new ducks. Are those shoe bills? Look at them. Those are new. Wow, wow, wow. Gosh. They look like croissants. And there's the crows. They're always so majestic. It's about as close to a human being. Like those crows are human beings. You can see them like analyzing the environment, deciding what to do. Yeah. Okay, so in Denver, I was doing like yoga and shit. And then what was next? Wyoming. I was like, I just got into body, like I stopped working out and I was like getting into bodybuilding because I was like basically like one hobby at a time. Gym wasn't lifestyle to me yet. But after a really bad drinking binge, um, that left me hospitalized, I was like, I gotta get a new thing. And so I think that's when I first started watching like Rich Piana, getting into like bodybuild. I think I was already like I already knew about bodybuilding subculture from like 8chan and shit, and like 4chan, like all that message boards. Like I already knew about the memes. Fucking like Athlete and X and shit, like and Rich Piana. That's when I think I first heard about that guy. And so this is what I'm drinking. I like the fucking purple one, but they don't have the purple one. Like this is you can kind of get. I don't know if it's a green. You don't actually get greens from it. Oh, they do actually have spinach and broccoli. It's like trace. I mean, it's the best way for me to get it. I wish it was like actually like spinach and kale and shit with like mango and yada yada. I don't know like when it like I don't know if it progressively happened. I don't know when it immediately happened, but I feel like I have such girly tastes. Like I really do. Like it's just like something just like swapped in my brain to like now I'm like bunny rabbit mode. Like oh fresh fruit. Holy shit, like not cheesecake. What's the opposite? Like fruit cake or something? I don't know. Anything like sweets, I love. It's like my teeth are being reprogrammed. Like I don't want to eat steak. I'll still eat fish, like obviously. Um, I'll have meat like in a thing, maybe. Like omnivore style. Like it's one part of it. It's not like the main feature. It's not the entree of the dish. Like it's an aside or something. I don't know. Big plane. They're trying to make Reno so fucking relevant. Like they're trying so hard. They just announced that they want like the taxpayers, whatever. This area, it's basically like this. The city is like an overlord. Like people think government is like this super interwoven, interconnected, like immediate action shit. Like no, that's just because of the internet. Imagine before the internet, before cars, like government had to come reach you. It had to like come on horseback or some shit or like or by train to give you the news like hey this is a new law. Now it's like here's a new law, and like when do I start following it? Like as soon as I can be arrested for it. So it's like out here, especially like out west, I keep harping on the subject because it's so true. Like I think like since the Gilded Age onward it's been true. Like the west just gets like no fucking infrastructure. It's like boom 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 towns, and then they gather everything up around it. It's like they drill for like a well or something, and then everyone just closes in. So Reno has like it's like an overlord or something. Basically, like just could make this place a paradise. Like the only thing preventing anywhere from being Shangri-La, I'm telling you, is mindset and how people treat each other. Like the real social contract isn't anything to be written. It just has to understand that like you and I are both equally savage creatures, like equally capable of the same types of harm. But it's not that we're agreeing to be self-defensive. It's like we're agreeing to be self-agreeing. It's like, hey, we both don't want this to happen. Let's make sure it doesn't. And so you could run an entire city like that. Like if you had the investors and shit, like where the fuck do you get like tens of millions of dollars in one city? Like where does that come from? I'm like baffled at like these numbers. I'm like, this town is like 200,000 people. You have like you're asking like $930 million or something. You're like some big ass number with a nine in front. And I'm like, where does that come from? Like, how much does everyone chip in? Like thousands of dollars or something? And I was just like, that could be very little. Like, I'm a firm believer in you can recycle and localize anything and like still make things up to code with a unique architecture. Like, the more I understand like why things are built the way they're built, like region to region does have like their own expression of architecture based on the landscape. That's my assumption. And you can only like get away from that feeling when everything's like copy pasted, which is why I hate copy paste architecture, especially when it comes to materials. Like I'm a firm believer that you can recycle so many buildings, so many like parts of the landscape that they build. Like the sidewalks are terrible, and you could recycle so much of that concrete and like add a few different components that were sourced locally and make like bricks that were pretty or that have like some kind of like shaded design on them. Like you could really like you could design like a AI 3D model that would like custom make the bricks basically, and all you have to do is like reload the machine and make sure it's all running smoothly. So it's like repetitive, but it's not hard labor. Like you could structure this whole thing and make it paradise. Like, and how much does it take to do that? Like you just pay people locally. It's like, here's a sledgehammer. There's what I need you to break. Here's all the safety for it. And it's like you do like one like a few sonic blasts or something like that, like or like on a hydraulic or something to like crack the building so it falls and like okay, now go at it. Like piece at a time you go in, and it can be so cheap, and it'd be like so fulfilling for the community. I'm doing pretty good on this whole talking stuff. I don't know. I was telling my friend that I was like, am I always gonna have thoughts? Like, am I always gonna be thinking, even if I don't want to think? I just want to like exist and be. And I'm like I just want to see myself as a woman, like totally and completely. So like this expression that I'm wearing now and everything that I notice can be like offset from a standard womanhood. Like I just want to understand my expression as uniquely woman. That's just what I want to do. Because then if I have like those moments, I'm not focusing on it. I can see it and it just makes me so comfortable. That's cool. So like I don't want anyone else to give me that kind of satisfaction because then I'll always have to look for it. I want it to be like so settled. Like I asked a question one time which I think was very poignant. Like why do ducks like swim upriver? Why don't they just fly? And it's like because they enjoy the current. Because so I was like, okay, I don't want to like deride myself for thinking. Like I don't want to treat my mind like it's a bad thing. I don't want to treat any element of my experience like it's bad. I just want to have like a settled reaction to it. Even if that sounds like super controlly, it's more like let me have like a really let there be assuredness, I guess. Because like I keep needing to know and experience this and like refreshing my memory. Like I'm living an extremely hardcore life. Like I think I got called a rough rider today. That was cool by one of our beautiful characters on the street, the new one. I haven't met him before, but he also like he's having my hand. Then he looked at my serpent and he like gasped and went away. I was like, and I laughed. I thought that was kind of funny, but it also gave me a chance to walk away because like I can. I don't know. I don't want to call it like a whisperer or something, but like I can interact with their world because I get it. Like it's like a spinning top, like going all over the place or something. Like axis is the axis of their being is disturbed. I don't know. I try not to philosophize too much because then I just have to like keep thinking about it to find a better answer. But I don't want to treat the brain like it's bad. We're making good time on this video. What else could we talk about? I think it'd be really cute for me to date someone shorter than me. I'm 6 foot, which is like in the tall category, I suppose. And like, dude, it doesn't. Fuck, I gotta slow down on that smoothie. Holy shit. I was gonna say like it doesn't matter how hot I'm perceived. This is the person you're calling hot. So I hope you appreciate both sides of the story. Is that a white hair? Are those all white hairs? Dude. Wow. Are those blonde hairs? There's no way they're blonde. It's down to the root. Those are gray hairs? Well, we discovered something today. I had more than I remembered. There. This is how I'd look if I went to school. Like, I don't know. I see, like, I'm actually seeing, like, better reflections of me. Like, even, like, in the animated world, like, on my YouTube recommendations and shit. Like, oh, that looks like me. I just want to, like, fit in. I get that I'm making, like, a new niche. Like, everything I've done has been, like, for a new trend, a new kind of movement. Like, merging, like, classical with, like, futuristic, like, mythological and cyberpunk. I don't know. Or like the path that I'm living, everything like that I've done, everything that actually like positively influences the world is like within this strange like watery niche I find myself in. Like just want to fit in, but like I don't know. I know it'll happen. It's just like that super rest, that super assuredness feeling that I love having. Cause then like nothing disturbs me. Like everything is just smiling. Mm. It's getting kind of late, actually. I hope this has been a good talk for you. I want y'all to get to know me better, and yeah, I'll keep up with my own storyline. Because eventually I'm gonna be older, and then I can look back at this and be like, "That was cute," like shit like that. Self-appreciative. Look at my face. Oh my god. Uh, I don't know, maybe it's the eyeshadow choice, wasn't it, today? It's very glam. I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm just super whatever. That's the trans experience in a nutshell. I'm not sure, like, if other women sympathize. Cool. Talk to you later.